Stuart, we're here in Stjarnan in Reykjavik. You've just had the training session on your part. What's your first impressions of the ground here in Iceland?
Yeah, obviously we've seen it on DVD, what we thought. The winds got up, you know, we spoke to people at Bangor and said it was when they played it was windy, but really pleased with the session there. The lads have approached it well, the park's fine. They might water it tomorrow, or it, you know, might get heavy rain, it might play a little bit differently. But no, listen, you know, we're here to do a job, and you know, really pleased with the lads' training session there. We need to take that into tomorrow.
Because maybe the temptation to temper down a training session when it's on Astro, but obviously there was a great intensity to that session.
Yeah, there needed to be as well. You know, we had to do a little bit long passing because of the wind. Probably could be like this tomorrow. You know, obviously the surface as well. A little bit of dribbling because it's different to the grass. But I thought everything we did there, the finishing was terrific. The crossing, the passing, the movement. So, as I say, you know, we've got to take that into tomorrow, and I'm confident we will do that.
Tie so evenly poised as well. The first goal is going to be crucial.
Yeah, it can be. It can be. But you know, I can see it being quite open again. I say open. I think we might have a little bit of the ball, and they'll, you know, sit in maybe deep, and look to counter attackers, because it certainly paid dividends for them in the first leg. But having said that, you know, I can't imagine us giving 2 penalty kicks away like, you know, happened, quite freak penalty kicks. But no, it's a game to look forward to now. We're here, and you know, no matter about the pitch, the conditions, it don't matter. Our aim tomorrow is to make sure we come off the park with a victory.
Have you had a chance to study that last game, and what do you hope you can take from that game into this one? Yeah,
certainly have. Obviously, we watched it over the players. We picked certain things out. We'll tweak, you know, a couple of things tomorrow, but not massively. You know, I was pleased with a lot of it. Certainly, obviously, the fitness side of it, the 15-20 minutes, you know, we did tire, and that was natural. But there's other things that we've looked at, both in a defensive way. I don't want to go and play like we did up at Aberdeen, where the game plan was to, you know, obviously to make sure Aberdeen didn't score or try to score with 15 minutes to go. We'll be looking to come out and you know, play in a positive manner tomorrow.
In a strange way, did that last minute penalty actually make up your mind about how you were going to approach this game? Because, you know, if you're coming here with a 2-1, you could possibly sit on it. Yeah,
no, I think, listen, if they come out the traps and squeeze us high, then we might have to play a different way. But if they play in the same manner as they did at Fir Park, and they sat deep and let us have a little bit of the ball, then we'll be pleased with that. But as I say, if they play differently, then we've got to adapt and then maybe go a bit more into Soto and get it wide and get crosses in. So it's it's something, you know, we're going to really look forward to now. Yeah, obviously there's one stand here, everything else is bare, but it's not about that. It's about a game of football, and it don't matter where you play to win.
I noticed from the training session, Zane Francis Angle there. I noticed Paul Lawson there. Yeah. Have you got, you know, better news on the injury front in that sense?
Yeah, Zane's back. He's back fine. Obviously, Lawson's come with us and not involved tomorrow at all. But just picked up his running, and he won't be far away now. I think, unfortunately, he was feeling that good pre-season, and it tends to happen. You do probably overdo it, and the grounds have been firm, and he's probably overdone it a little bit. We have to put the reins on him, but no, it's good to have him involved. You know, he's a good part of the squad, and as I say, Zane will be taking part tomorrow as well.